Chapter 11 of SKYLARK by Patricia McLachlan. It took Caleb longer to miss Papa than me. Caleb swam every day in the cold water. Aunt Lou wrapped him in blankets when he came out, shivering, his teeth chattering. He went fishing with Aunt Lou and Sarah's brother William, who was so happy when he first saw Sarah that he ran up the hill and whirled her around in his arms. It made me think of Papa and Sarah turning around and around. William's wife, Meg, hugged Sarah too. "It's been so long," she said. "Almost 2 years since I've seen you." 2 years. I looked at Sarah, and I wondered what she was thinking. Was she thinking what I was thinking? Would it be 2 years before we saw Papa? "William looks like you, Sarah," said Caleb. "Plain and tall, I told you so," said Sarah. "Remember?" "Did you hear what I just heard?" said Aunt Harriet as we picnicked on a blanket in the grass by the sea. "Seal is going to have kittens." "The father is orange," called Caleb, making the aunts laugh. "Seal!" exclaimed William. "I remember that Seal was independent like Sarah." William put his arm around Sarah. The sun came out from a cloud, but it wasn't hot like home. It was cool and green and beautiful, but it didn't make me happy. I thought about Papa at home by himself, building a barn in the hot sun. "Where was your dune, Sarah?" asked Caleb. "Down there," Sarah said, pointing to an inlet. "I remember when Papa made us a dune," said Caleb softly. He looked up at Sarah. "A dune made of hay, do you remember?" Sarah looked over at me as the aunts talked and laughed. She reached out to touch my arm. She said softly, "It's all right." But it wasn't. The next week, Caleb... I'm starting that paragraph over. The next week, letters came from Papa. Sarah, Caleb, William, and I rowed out in the bay in William's rowboat, and Caleb read his letter. "Dear Caleb, Moonbeam is getting bigger every day. I have started rain. But yesterday, Seal had 4 kittens." "4," said William, and Sarah smiled. "3 are gray like Seal, Caleb. 1 is orange. Nick and Lottie miss you. Every day they sit looking down the road waiting for you to come home. I love you. Give Sarah a kiss from me. Love, Papa." William rowed to shore and we pulled the boat up. "Papa misses us too," I said to Sarah. "When he writes about Nick and Lottie waiting for us. Remember you once said that Papa's letters were full of things between the lines." "Yes," said Sarah. I leaned over and kissed her. "That's Papa's kiss," I said. William leaned over to kiss Sarah too. "And that's mine," he said. "Dear Anna, it's quiet here without you. I miss your voices and Sarah's songs. Sometimes, if I close my eyes, I think I can hear them. Love, Papa." The aunts played music. They played a flute that squeaked sometimes. Aunt Lou played the piano in bare feet, and Brutus watched her pedal. Aunt Mattie danced with a long scarf and a serious look that made Caleb laugh. Sarah took naps in the afternoon and slept late in the mornings. Chub drove Sarah away and back again one afternoon. Aunt Lou said she had gone to the doctor. "Are you sick, Sarah?" I asked her that night. She smiled at me, a small smile at first, then a big smile. "No, Anna, I'm not sick." She was in bed, her long hair down. "Read me your papa's letter again," she said. When I did, she smiled more. "Sarah?" We looked up. Caleb stood in the door. He was dressed in his pajamas, his hair all messed up from sleeping. "Caleb, what's the matter?" asked Sarah. "A dream," I said, he said softly. "A dream about Papa." "That's a good dream," said Sarah. She lifted the covers and Caleb got in bed with her. "I dreamed that Papa looked and looked and couldn't find us," said Caleb. "Oh, Caleb," said Sarah, put her bedstand. Didn't answer. Diamond